Beach is probably about the middle of the island on this side. Got Koh Chang Resort. I walked out on this beach before and did some video there. Koh Chang Resort is where we actually, showed you the Costa bungalows there. Nice little complex here. Got massage, gift shops, lots of massage, travel shops. Show you something here. When you have your mobile phone or cell phone here and you got a prepaid, you got to always have money on the phone. So if you run out of money on the phone, we now have these little vending machines. Sawadee Cup. These vending machines where you can actually top up your phone by putting money in and putting your phone number in and add money right to your account from the vending machine. So which is really cool, right? Little independent little shop there. Here you have a used bookshop. I've only seen this one here in Koh Chang. Now, Chiang Mai has a lot of used bookshops. No problem finding things to read in Chiang Mai, that's for sure. There's a whole little shopping complex empty. Same with these over here, mostly empty. It's a nice place. I don't know what it is. It's all written in Thai, but a very cool looking building. Okay. What else do we got here? Lots of souvenir shops. Hope you're getting a feel of what this island's like. Very mom and pop business oriented, not like some of the larger islands where it's big money. This is still a lot of mom and pop shops. Get your car washed here. You can get your car washed for about $4, $5. They'll wash it, wax it, clean the interior. Now we're still in Koh Chang, but there's an expanse here that's undeveloped. Beach back there too. Sort of hard to get to, but nice beach. And there's actually a little river, a tributary that goes between where I am and the beach, so you got to be able to cross that. Okay, there's nothing really happening here, so I'm going to pause the camera for a second. So we're here at Bodywork Cafe, Bodywork Spa, salon, jacuzzi, Thai fitness. Oh, nice place. It's a resort, Ramayana. I can't pronounce it. Anyway, nice place. Ramayana. Again, we're in Koh Chang Beach. Hope the wind's not causing too much havoc on in the microphone here. We're going to stop here and get something to eat in a minute. You'll find these little shrines along the road where people stop, leave food and flowers and stuff for good luck. Another rotation rotisserie chicken restaurant there. I saw a restaurant that was like sort of like Chinese decorations, Chinese decor, and the food prices were in English, and the menu was in English, and it was a really good deal on prices. So we're going to stop there and see how the food is. I've never eaten there before. Should be right up the road here. A little nursery, you can buy some plants. There's that tributary I was talking about. Now this looks like it was at one time a driving range. They still got the sign up for the distance, but it's all closed up. So no driving the golf balls there unless you want to go out and hunt for them afterwards. Coffee shop. Elephants. That's something you can see a lot of back home. So like, because it's Koh Chang, they've got a lot of these little elephant places where you can ride the elephants, hang out with the elephants. Signs here that give you all the different places that are in the area, but they're not well maintained anymore, so I don't even know if a lot of those places are even in business anymore. Okay, a fresh coffee and restaurant. I guess it's a fresh coffee and a fresh restaurant. Now this is Isan Food Restaurant here. I'm going to come back and try this sometime right there. But for today, I want to try this little restaurant up the road just a little bit more. And it's next to a 7-Eleven, so I'll be able to get my coffee. I stopped here the other day, the coffee machine was broken. So we'll see if they fix the coffee machine. And then we're going to eat right next door. So let me go around this car here. Park here. And go get my coffee. Oh, the restaurant's not open. Closed for one day. Interesting. So what we're going to eat is not open. So I guess we're going to be eating at that Isan restaurant and get a coffee first. Go to cup. Wani mi cafe mai? Wani mi cafe mai? Mai sia law. Okay. So the coffee machine is fixed again. So we're going to stop and get our coffee and then go a little back just a little bit to the Isan restaurant. And he says the coffee machine is fixed. That's a good thing, right? All right. Có mocha yen mai? Okay, no picture. Kato. So outside the 7-Eleven, some lady's got her little setup here with some somtam, papaya pakpak, and some fried chicken. What is this?
Chicken.
Any guy do I law?
Some no beef. Like it.
Oh.
Beef take out.
Oh. The innards.
30 ครับเอานี่ดีกว่าเดี๋ยวซื้อบัตรทะเบียน
Anyway, that's our little vendor outside. And as the lady said, see the sign here? It says, no dogs, no smoking, no helmets, no photos. So I was a bad boy. So I'm armed with my coffee now, and we're going to go back up the road to the Isan restaurant and get something to eat because I'm hungry, okay? Hey! I know you! This is a girl that works at the restaurant where I eat my chicken and sticky rice. How are you today? Sabai di mai? อ๋อไปเที่ยวไปเที่ยวมาสนุกไหมคะสนุกมากเสื้ออะไรเสื้ออะไร Yeah, she works at the restaurant that I eat at. Smile. And another one of the Burmese workers. Okay, so we're going to leave 7-Eleven here. Go back up the wrong side of the road here. Back to our Isan restaurant. Ooh. This would get you in a lot of trouble back home going up the wrong side of the road, wouldn't it? Alright. Let's see what they got here. I wanted to stop here before and eat. So we'll see what they've got. I want to eat some food. So, Wendy Cup. Any bird, May? Bird, May? เบิร์ดเหรอโอเคมีอาหารอีสานเหรอโอเคเอาเมนูขายเมนูอ๋อมีไหมอ่ะพวกส้มตำ Well, my Isan restaurant doesn't have chicken or fish. It has beef and pork. Well, I don't eat beef and pork, so guess what? We're going to go to another restaurant. Right down the road is the restaurant where the girl we just saw at 7-Eleven works, and we're going to get some barbecue chicken, some sticky rice, and who knows what else. So let's go visit her at her restaurant and get some food. So we're still in Koh Chang. There's the Tropicana Resort. Another elephant camp where you can ride elephants. Vocational training center for Thai massage. I got some traffic coming up behind me, so I got to pull off for just a second because I'm going to cross the road and we're going to eat. Okay, looks like I can make it across now, almost. Now, I did a video about this place before. Tinoy Mini Mart is here, and doesn't really have any signage in English. But the help is friendly, and the food is good, and it's a good price. So let's see what we can get. Hello, Sawadee Ka. วันนี้มีข้าวเหนียวไหม ไก่ย่างขึ้นมีข้าวเหนียวด้วยขายค่ะขายนะมันเรียกเหรอไก่ย่างขึ้น Hello againไก่ย่างขึ้นมีข้าวเหนียว10 บาทฮะ10 บาทอะไรข้าวเหนียวอ่ะอ๋อ5 บาทมี5 บาทไหมไม่มี10 บาทก็ได้ Okay, So, we got some barbecue chicken coming, and some sticky rice. My coffee's finished. Don't know what I'm going to do about that. Anyway, hope you're enjoying the tour. We're about halfway through the island now, and you get an idea how things are laid out, and really get a feel for the ambiance of the island. It's pretty much undeveloped still. There are resorts, and there's becoming more and more of them, but still got like a islandy feel. Now, I delivered boats and lived in the islands for a while, and this sort of still has that feel on the motorbike driving around of living on an island. So we haven't ventured off of the main road much, just because I want to give you an idea of the lay of the land, so to speak. If you go from one end to the other, what's available, what kind of businesses are available, how populated it is. You can see how much traffic's on the road. So let's enjoy some chicken and sticky rice. So, waiting for my chicken, my sticky rice, and my cucumber salad. Instead of papaya pot, I got cucumber pot. But because it's cucumber, they can't pop too much, or it'd be water soup instead of cucumber salad. So anyway, but it's maybe the same flavorings as something. And so people said they wanted to see less of JC and more of the chicken and the something and stuff. So there we go. So I got some time, and I happened to show up when a group of 5 people showed up at exactly the same time I did. So they look like they're some kind of corporate group, so I'm sure they'll get taken care of first and then second. But we'll see. See whose food comes out first. Anyway, a couple things I can talk about while we got some time. Somebody asked me, how did you make your windsock? Now, I actually got my windsock sent to me, so I have a better one, but what I did is to make the windsock out of this little baby sock was I cut holes in it. Now, foam is actually better if you can use foam. Anything that's going to block the wind. But what I did is, my microphone is a wireless microphone, and it's about that long. And so I cut a hole in it where I could clip it to me, and then I cut a hole in the top so I could actually see that it was working properly, because it's got indicators that show battery strength and if I got a connection, wireless connection, so I had to be able to see that. And so I just slipped it in there and clipped it on. And now one of the things, if you're going to do something like this on the fly, is to make sure that it doesn't rub against the microphone. You got to make sure that it's stationary. Because if it rubs, you're going to get the rubbing noise. It's going to sound just like the wind noise. So that's how I made that little guy. Worked on the fly, didn't it? If you remember seeing that video, it actually made a big difference. So that was the windsock. That's really cool. And my food has arrived. Thank you. Wow. Very nice. Thank you. I got served before you did. It's a big old pile of sticky rice. There's a story, a Thai story about this was told to me. So a guy was out working in the rice fields, and he was hungry, and his mom brought some sticky rice and some food. And, the sticky rice didn't look like much, so from the story, he killed his mom or something. Then ate a little thing of sticky rice, and he was full. I don't know what the moral of that story is, but the moral to me is this stuff is filling. It doesn't look like much, but I think it explodes when it hits your stomach. So I got my sticky rice, and we got our chicken, our barbecue chicken. And all these places, it's very popular to have barbecue chicken. It's on these rotisseries spinning around with road dust and everything falling on it, so it adds extra flavor to it. And but they all use their own little marinade. And so what makes it different, and this is the same as almost all Thai restaurants, they all serve the same food basically, same dishes. But you'll find some that are your favorites for different meals because of the flavor and the way they flavor and stuff. So this one, the marinated, they cook the chicken in, very good. So that is what I'm eating. Some guy lying over there. Must have swallowed something the wrong way. I'm ready to run over it. Give him the Heimlich. Anyway, another thing I wanted to talk to you about, why I got your attention while I'm waiting for my cucumber salad to show up, is about speaking the Thai language. Especially coming to places like Koh Chang. You're going to need if you stay in the high tourist areas, you'll speak English, not a problem. But if you're not, and you're off the beaten path looking for restaurants like the one I'm eating at, where you can eat inexpensively, like for a Category 1 budget, you're going to need to be able to speak a little bit of Thai. Now, I get questions all the time that are repeated, so there's me answering them on video and YouTube for everybody to be able to get the answers to it. So I want to talk about this. The best way to learn the Thai language, and the quickest. And I didn't do it, so I can tell you for a fact that it would have made a big difference. And it's something if I have time that I'm working on now, start out, if you want to learn Thai language, start out with the Thai alphabet. And go through and learn the letters of the Thai alphabet and the correct sounds. And some of them are very similar. Now, I don't do too bad for being tone deaf. I know people tell me, this should have been, a falling tone, and this should have been a rising tone. I know. But the challenge is because I'm sort of tone deaf, I can't hear those. Even if I ask them, okay, give me this sound, give me that sound, I can't distinguish the differences. And so I wing it the best I can. And I know it's incorrect, but it also shows that you can get by without having to speak perfectly. And the Thais will still understand you most of the time, and you'll be able to get what you need. So, but if you really want to get a jump on this thing, learn the Thai alphabet and the sounds that go along with each one. A couple of reasons why. And I've seen people do this. I saw when I had a restaurant. I built a restaurant for my wife, and I was watching a guy, a young kid, he was probably about 23, 24, and he was sitting with a group of Thai guys drinking whiskey in the afternoon. And they were carrying on a conversation. And so he came up to order some food from the restaurant, and I said, I'm really envious, how well you speak Thai. I said, how long have you been here? And he says, 4 months. I said, wow, how long have you been studying Thai? He says, 4 months. And I go, come on, really? He said, no, 4 months. He said, I signed up for school when I got here. And because I know, and I read before, it's a repeated thing about this thing about the alphabet, I sort of approached him with that and said, so did they make you learn the Thai alphabet first? Because they expected you to learn to know it after like the second or third day. And I'm like, wow, are you kidding? 10 years, I don't know the alphabet. So they really made you jump on it because that's the key to learning. And so a number of things. First of all, you know all the correct sounds that go with the spelling of the word, so you can pronounce it correctly. Another thing is once you understand the alphabet, you'll be able to read. And once you read, you can be able to see how they're structuring the sentences, which will help you in your speech. That makes sense, right? In your speaking. So that's the deal. If you want to learn Thai, learn the alphabet first. And there's some systems out there, and maybe I'll put a link in the description, that do it mnemonically. And so you'll be able to do it a little bit easier. So maybe I'll put the link down there in the description for that. But that's the school. Learn how to speak Thai quickly and correctly. And you don't need to leave comments anymore about how bad my Thai is. I know. Alright? So, My cucumber salad should be coming up in a minute, and I'm going to get a jump on the chicken and my pile of sticky rice. So see you in a minute. Another thing I can talk to you about why I'm eating is about food. Some things, some little distinctions for you to know about as far as eating Thai food. It's going to be a little bit different than back home. And the Westerners, everybody orders, their own plate, their own dish of food. And so it's a little bit different when you come over to Thailand. If you're eating by yourself or with one other person, maybe you'll get what they call, you'll order food and then they'll say rat cow. Rat cow means with rice or over rice. If you get that, it's going to be inexpensive. And it's basically going to be a plate of rice with whatever it is you order spread out on top. And that's basically for one person. But when you go out with a group of people, traditionally what you end up doing is everybody gets a plate of rice. And the rice is going to cost, for plain rice, it's 5 baht or 10 baht if you're in an expensive place, I guess. So 5 or 10 baht, everybody gets a plate of rice. And then you'll order like 3, 4, 5 dishes. And they don't come over rice. They come as a plate of food. And you got to be careful about this. Because when you order, if you go to a restaurant and they say that cow and you don't know what they're talking about, and they'll bring you a plate of rice and then the food. And it'll be like 5 or 10 baht for the rice. And then you're going to end up paying about 50 baht for the plate of food because it's a lot of food. It's supposedly going to be shared with a number of people. So this is really important to know. If you want to eat inexpensively by yourself, rad cow. I know, I probably said it wrong, but they understand when I say it, so that's what's important. So that is going to be whatever you order. It's going to be chicken vegetables, it can be a curry, whatever, and if it's over rice, it'll only be about 40, 50 baht, or in Koh Chang or someplace expensive, it could be up to 60 baht, but it's a one-plate dish. And they call it like a rice dish. Again, if you order everything separate, a la carte, then you're going to have much more food, but you're going to have your own plate of rice to put it over, so it'll become more expensive. Alright, so I hope that's something that's you need to think about, because also don't freak out. Another thing I see this like people that actually live over here. People are going to be taking, we eat with I don't have it because I didn't order a rice dish, but you'll have a fork and a spoon. And your spoon you keep in your right hand if you're right-handed, and you use your fork to push on the food onto your spoon and eat it. But when you need more, if you're eating in this family style, so to speak, and everybody's got their own food, you're going to need to dish the food onto your plate, And so the people are going to take the spoon that they're eating with and take more food, and they'll just freak out, It's like, geez, they're sharing germs here as well as food. That's just the way the Thais do it. Now, if it's a concern of yours, then you can ask for a spoon for each one of the foods. Cup in a cup. So I got my cucumber salad now, and I have a feeling by looking at this, I'm going to have trouble eating this because this looks like it's spicy. But it's cucumbers, peanuts. I don't know if I can get this close enough for you to see. Cucumbers, peanuts, fish sauce, lime juice. Pet my? My pet law. Sure? I asked her, is it spicy? She said, no, it's spicy. Now, she said not spicy. I can show you just... That's a pepper. Let's see how spicy it is. But anyway, delicious. And you got to be careful when you eat some or this cucumber some. This is actually a lime. The rind and everything, so you need to make sure you don't munch on that. That could be a little bit bitter. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy my food, and I'll see you in a minute. I'm back again, and I haven't finished yet. Things come to mind I want to talk to you all about, because I get these senior moments. Also, I'm going to talk about this in a minute, and then I forget. It's like, what was I going to tell them? Anyway, while I'm thinking about it, You know, some of the food, Isan food especially, you eat with your fingers. So, make sure if you're eating any kind of Isan food or something like this that you have sanitary hand cleaner with you, or something to be able to wash your hands with, because you're going to be eating like sticky rice and stuff with your fingers. Like the barbecue chicken, that phone's ringing. Barbecue chicken that you're going to be pulling apart with your fingers, so you want to make sure your hands are clean. The other thing, while I'm thinking about it, hey, hold on, let me get the phone, I'll be right back. Got the phone to stop ringing. But what I want to tell you about was, if you're eating sticky rice, it sticks together. That's why they call it sticky rice. But also, it'll stick to your hands, so you got to be really careful, or you end up with all these little fibers of rice, grains of rice stuck all over your hand and stuff. So what you want to do when you're eating, pick something that's got some oil in it. Especially a really good thing is the chicken. The chicken's got oil in it, naturally. So if you grab the chicken with your fingers, the nice thing about it is then you can use the rice and you can squeeze it in the ball like you're supposed to eat with, and it doesn't stick to your fingers because of oil from the chicken. So keep that as a, they'll be really impressed, Thai people, if you're not getting stuck on your sticky rice. So tear off the chicken, make sure your fingers get some of that oil on it so that you can work the rice into a little ball and eat it. It works out really good. If you clean your hands off every time you grab the chicken, you're going to end up with rice all over you. So keep that in mind. That was your lesson on sticky rice, okay? So I'm going to eat my sticky rice. And they gave me a nice little dip as well. I dip it in a sauce. Very good. So anyway, and my cucumber salad spicy. Anyway, be back in a minute. See you. Wow. Finished my meal. Anyway, it was very good. The cucumber salad was a little bit spicy, which reminds me of something I need to tell you. No matter how spicy the food is, we're not really used to spicy food. So what happens when you eat something spicy? Your nose starts to run, right? The tendency you're going to have is to want to blow your nose. And not good. Don't blow your nose at the table. None of this honking sound, okay? Because you'll get some looks that are going to freak these people out, okay? What you need to do is just squeeze the liquid out of it, like Thais do, and go on. If you really have to blow your nose, take some tissue from the table and get up and walk outside when there's nobody around, and then you can honk it. But don't honk it at the table. That's not cool. Alright? So a little tip there for you. Alright? Kept on top. So we're going to get the bill and get on our way. Oh my God, it's almost 3 o'clock. Where does the time go? Anyway, it's still not raining. The skies are getting darker though, so we might get a little precipitation. But we're still headed south. Notice how I don't say we're going someplace this time, because last time it's like, is he ever going to get there? We're just headed south. So as soon as I get on the bike and turn that direction, we're headed south. So no problem. What time is it? Now. See you in a minute. One more thing before I go. I got a question before. It's like, well, how much was the chicken? How much was the sticky rice? Now, usually I order 5 baht worth of sticky rice, because 5 baht for one person is a lot. Here they said they only had 10 baht, so let's see. The chicken, half a chicken was 80 baht. The sticky rice was 10 baht. Something off. 40 baht. And actually the... So a bottle of water is 20 baht here on the island. So there you go. Total 150 baht for the whole meal. I got a bottle of water and some glass of ice to go with it. So that's how much the food, the lunch cost. I'm a pig. I ate way too much food. 30 baht. So, that's the scoop. I wanted to give you the price though, so you know. 80 bahts a month average for half of a chicken. That's probably pretty consistent between here and other places. A bottle of water is usually 10 baht, so 20 baht for a bottle of water is a little bit steep. Usually, like I said, you get 5 baht worth of sticky rice in Chiang Mai. And some paying for 40 baht, that's not so bad. 30, 40 baht, yeah. So there you go. Yeah, thank you. So there you go, we're on our way. Out of here. See you soon.